Iza kario mohionon mave.
That is nothing like sing. That is only sing.
And
Nothing like a single block.
And you saw he panel and you saw he block. I blend and easy.
Anything 9 to 10, you see your legs.
I'll go
dust.
I'll get him. I'll go. We're easy now.
Under this atmosphere.
Well, I don't know. And we
you are walking against the will of the Lord.
Wow,
now, what is what the types of draws? Before that, we have different types, different definition of draw. Draw. Is it talking of paracetamol? Is it talking of malaria tar? Drug. Drug is a chemical substance that when chemicals in the body, it alters your perception, alters your mood. It alters your thoughts. Your body according to WHO. WHO into a living organism can modify the state of equilibrium of the organism or one of its function. Anything that you are sniffing, according to long dictionary, that is an illegal substance that people inhale to prevent pleasant and exciting feelings. Types of drugs. Anything that is your art is against the will of God. When your mind, your heart is contrary or working contrary to the law, you're working against the Bible. No wonder the Bible says in the book of Romans 12, said I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Lord, that you present your body a living sacrifice and acceptable unto the Lord, which is your reasonable service. That ye not come out with this war and come out with the renewals of your mind, that ye might prove acceptable and perfect will of God. With the renewals of your mind, when your mind is not being renewed, it will affect the judgment. It will affect your call. It will affect everything within you, and you will walk contrary to the law. Consequences and penalties will follow. Types of drugs. We have licit drug and we have illicit drug. Illicit drug simply means legal drug. Any drug that is socially acceptable, medically approved, illicit drug. There is no law against them. When I see you with malaria tar, antibiotics, I don't have any capacity
against one
also illicit drug.
Illicit drug.
Under that illicit drug, we see drug misuse. Any drug you are taking against the prescription. You are misusing
every doctor make we low.
You go to hospital, teaching hospital.
against
And
Echenwa.
the doctor
One
prescribe
in hospital.
take
Doctor
2 paracetamol in the
oh,
morning,
quali
2
paracetamol
paracetamol in
na
the
eba
afternoon,
enene
2 paracetamol in the
odo
morning.
eba
The morning
oduwa
you observe.
enene we
Afternoon,
ka
because of the nature of your job,
agu kora
because of the activities,
o
you
koro
would
no ame
know. But
we
in the
lu wo
night,
lo
you combine the two
aban
together.
we
You
be
are
ni
misusing
na kwa ban
the drug.
dulo oruba babe
That
abesen
can affect
evoro
your central nervous system as
oso no
well.
odu ochenwa ha
Can
Oson
damage your liver.
orozami
That
ayao
can damage your kidney.
oso no ozami
Drug misuse.
kidney ozo la na na ezo
Under
na
that
evoro
drug misuse, that is why
Ire
we
nan-
have kolanol.
izo
We
iha
have
ni
alcohol.
revo
We have beer.
ogogoro
All those things
ya nye
are
beer
socially acceptable.
abesen
drug. At the same
jobo
time,
suwoto
it will have adverse effect on your
ino so sa anyi zoro ezami
drug
ochenwa
abuse.
But-
Under
ah.
the illicit drug.
hanene ozo ani jobo suwoto na he illicit drug ba hanana ka
Imagine I said
ye shi onyo kokora
and proved by medical doctor is what is allowed in the system. It's
ya
allowed
ka
in
son ka
society.
hanani
But
doctor suwoto
otherwise,
oso
any
na do
drug that
ino
is not
kokora
medically approved
oso na hanani
socially
doctor suwoto
in a given society,
No kokora.
we find it to be what?
Oson.
Drugs.
ahia hono divine
Our drug
Ano divine
contain high concentration of
oh
minerals,
ni chemical
different
divi
chemical components.
enan
That is not only an addictive.
anaka every zamos o kene
Your central nervous
oru
system.
zame
They are what?
aboche
They are
nwa
illicit drugs.
abesen ba hono divi
Other types of drugs.
eni ahoni ri ni yan yin
Now, methods, drugs.
ozoni nesi la hono
Methods of administering drugs.
ozoni nesi la
Number
hono
one, we
papa
have oral method.
anyi ahonanaka
People at the media can show us oral form. This is
Also.
oral form.
ahononu a sitinire nu a
At this junction, you can see now.
we ruro son bula
This is
na
what? This is moly.
oso na himoli
When you lick this moly,
we le o
your tongue will be what? Red.
we le oso nu ere ka ara devi
Your mouth.
so shotile nu a
Chewing, you can put Igbo in your mouth and chewing it. And you drink water on it, it will get to your system.
we lo we le o ruwe nko da mokoro ina abo chenwa o ina abo chenwa o
Another one is by what? By swallowing.
osaba na se mone
Imagine this type of drugs.
enwa ho no no
You don't want people to know that you are into drugs.
we se zo ko
But you want to swallow as if
wa
you are
we
swallowing paracetamol.
we la ho no we lo me li paracetamol
They put drug inside mose.
azayin de si
Fufu,
de shi ho na ti na kase
and they swallow
de
it.
shi mo na an ki fufu
It will
eba
when it gets to your system,
Ojojo ohun ne now
it will perform
do yin mu
its
koran
function
do yin mu
in
koran
your system.
do yin mu
Orally.
koran na chenwa
Swallowing.
ay mo
Another
ne
one by inhaling.
oson bi ni rai na
Some
he
people now, tobacco,
azayin bi ni
Okay.
de taba
heroin,
cocaine heroin LSD
exhibit.
de
They
rai na he
and vaporize.
turai na he because
That
all
people
nya he
inhale
anaka
to
turai na he
create pleasant and exciting
agudo shi ahiozuza enwuzuza ewa
by insertion.
enyin ba na toza ma
This
tori
one
he
is common among the female.
oson ba na onye nene ohuru
Among
amen
the female.
onye nene ohuru amen
They will look for what we call pad.
aisa de si na
And they
ipad
sprinkle the drug on the pad.
They
And
shall-
they recite it.
they shall
From
the pad
there,
then.
it will send
They shall
signal
do any.
to the brain.
Who need when do ni
desire,
reso ni
effect will be
do
given.
yin mu koran
Another one is by injection.
osa jozi nori he
Some people now, they are not medical practitioners.
As
they are
any-
not nurse, they are not
and
health
every doctor,
professional,
and every
but
nurse.
They do
And them am kora hano.
inject themselves.
they are sure he ngweni
They look for a syringe and
they see ori he
They can inject cocaine, they can inject heroin.
Erosi twengweni ori cocaine, eru twengweni ori heroin. Abe no dividu ende enyo.
Solid.
Nyinyi dara enya na katawan. Twengweni ori.
But the end is psychosis.
Aban bana mekozo bo na nora.
Young copper.
Mary copper ojowe.
With needle and syringe.
Mary needle and syringe no. Mary said man, doctor wa be no kere eye.
No, she said no.
Nurse wa be okay ye.
You with 10 milligram diazepam
and 10 milligram diazepam or needle is in the.
He said yes, I have medical report for effect.
Why medical report?
Medical report from
you mean the medical report? You mean
Canadian? Before God, I wept.
You just me
She followed our friend to buy the party.
Ni buy the party. Many 200 level in the unit. In the party on
was laced inside the mud.
Say lady, another lady, Tini Martinehu.
I want to believe they will take hand in and mess her up, unknowing to her.
She more than you.
She has been suffering from on and on.
No. It is from Dr. Bazi. Ojo tumo ya do. Same. Ojo tumo ya da same.
This lady, consultant at FMC.
FMC hospital.
I'm not a nurse.
I can maybe doctor, maybe nurse.
I used to tell people I study economics.
Me kayozake. I'm so me na koniri iwe.
To seek for work.
Nisa Josini ahono. Na ye ni pan mesi. Me show you on in the FMC.
The consultant went through the report.
The other na ye ahono. Doc can report na serve.
We can do but nothing.
Okay, you say Romain.
I have to write.
Even by challenge.
Their scheme that this lady cannot serve in this place.
No.
Premature death.
Ero ko wa enyi soro mere na agbodas na kuso we be.
No, but the people around her will not even understand what is happening to her. Immediately she had to draw a first aid box and inject herself so as to revive her life. For how long? As a result of war, she followed her friend to buy the party when she was in 200 level, not knowing that she's going there to damage her future. Undergraduates in the house, be warned. It's a message to you. Now that we take her to war, to stages of substance abuse. Stages of substance abuse. Number one, we have experimentation stage. Experimentation stage is a stage of curiosity. A stage where I want to know what is going on there. I want to feel among. When my lecturer is talking in the class, I don't normally comprehend. If I take cigar, if I take Igbo, I think I'll be bold. And brain will open down. Experimentation stage. I have a friend, Femi by name. The best student when we were in secondary school. Femi can write the least in the test or exam is 96. Least. Then, if I don't write expo on my la, if I don't write expo on my pa, we normally construct another locker. We put expo inside that locker. If teacher is coming, you quickly throw it in, and they will search. They will not see. If there is no way for me to do all this thing, I am telling you, they only give me 5 for attendance. But Femi can write and get 96. But because he was introduced to Igbo cannabis sativa, I'm telling you, I met Femi last year. I was crying before Femi. I said, Femi. He mentioned my name, and I was crying. No solution, nothing. As a result of war, introduction to war, Aidr, experimentation stage. It's very, very dangerous. Some people will start from beer. They will start from beer. I am telling you, a beer, a bottle of beer contain more than 150 calories. It's ranging between 150 to 180 calories. A light beer is between 120 to 150 calories. Introduction of calorie to your system can lead to what we call chronic diabetes, kidney problem, liver problem. All this alcohol, they lead to kidney problem. That is what we call liver cirrhosis. When that one sustains scar or shrink as a result of all this beer, I am telling you, the end result is premature death. Whosoever that has problem of liver cirrhosis, I am telling you, there is no remedy except the intervention of God. But some people now, before 6 a.m., they will be the one to set up what? That place where they're selling ogogoro, where they're selling befu, where they're selling kakaraka. As early as 6 a.m., you will see them there, waiting for the war, for the person that will sell for them, not knowing that they are destroying their future. Occasional stage. Occasional stage is a stage of a wolf. You follow your friend to a birthday party, and your friend is taking 1 month because we're in the house of the Lord. He's taking 1 more because it's an awu. You want to take like 5. At the same time, all this more can affect you because of awu. Compared to what? Aidr. Compared to what? Beer. All those things can affect the central nervous system. Comprises of brain, spinal cord, and nerves. All these pelebe they are selling now. When you go to town, you see Befu, Babadudu, you see different names. Contain 43% alcohol. When you are taking all this pelebe, I am telling you, this problem is enormous. It's waiting. I met a friend, Sheung by name, a colleague. Last year, November, we went for a burial in my village. This a friend came around. He looked like someone when I was in the village. We used to plant rice. We will now erect tree and do like cross and go to the village and carry old clothes and now put it there and put cap so that birds will think that woman is inside the farm. That is the kind of clothes that my friend brought to that place. This is how his hand was shaking as a result of ogogoro. The nerves as damaged. There is no solution. Or timely death will set in except the intervention of God. Regular stage. Regular stage is a stage of selecting the drug of your choice. At this junction, I am telling you, you see some people, they say, bros, I don't like Igbo, but I like tramadol. I don't like tramadol. I like D5. I don't like D5. I like diazepam. I don't like diazepam. I like SK. I don't like SK. I like purple. I like banco. I like all these things. They will select. That is why you see some people. Then in the village, if you want to smoke Igbo, you enter bush. But today, it's all over. Some people will tell you, without smoking Igbo, without taking codeine, I can't defecate. It's when I'm blowing my Igbo, when I'm blowing my Lao, when I'm blowing my Colorado, is that I can defecate easily. You are killing yourself occasionally. Addiction stage. According to WHO, addiction stage is a chronic stage. If care is not taken, I am telling you, it takes the intervention of God for you to come back. A guy went to his mom's shop and removed the sink and sold and went to Jigbo to take meds. He went home, he removed the plasma TV and went to Fayoshe and sold there and went to Ejigbo and used the money to take meds. addiction stage. It's a chronic stage. People are crying outside there. That will take us to what? Classification of substance abuse. Classification of substance abuse. 1, we have stimulants. Stimulant is a group of substances that increases the activities of the central nervous system. Kola nut is a stimulant. If you are eating kola nut as a Christian, you are eating too much kola nut, you are inviting psychosis. Please, it is very, very dangerous. Kola nut. Beer is a what? It's a stimulant. Cocaine is a stimulant. All those things, they are stimulant. But like kola nut now, it's a socially acceptable drug. Ogogoro, socially acceptable drug. Beer, socially acceptable drug. But they are stimulant. Can destroy central nervous system. Another one is sedative and depressant. Sedative and depressant is an opposite of stimulants. This one slows down the activities of the central nervous system. You know, stimulant increases, but this one slows down the activities of the central nervous system, such as ogogoro that we are talking about. When they take ogogoro, I am telling you, some will be looking like a ram. They will call their name, but they will not be able to answer. As a result of what? Intake in sedative and depressant. Another one is anabolic steroid. Anabolic steroid. Let me just use a sample of what? Maradona. Then, when Maradona was active, he was a professional. Maradona will be running from goal to goal, thinking that the man is active and agile, not knowing that he was acting under the influence of anabolic steroid, and the man died like a common man. You know how to play badminton, you know how to play football, you know how to play all sorts of games. That does not mean you should be introduced to anabolic steroid. Your friend can introduce you to that. That no, when you are playing football, you have to be active, you have to increase your energy, you have to do this, you have to do that. My friend, be natural. At the moment you introduce extra energy, extra power, that is what we call neurotransmitter in the brain. Neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter is a chemical that or a messenger that sends message to every part of the body, every organs of the body. Now, introduction of anabolic steroid to meet up with natural chemical in your brain. I am telling you, when neurological pathway is being destructed, the next stage is psychosis. Worry. Another one is cannabis sativa. Cannabis sativa is a flower derived from hemp plant. Contain over 426 chemicals. Only one is an active ingredient, which is TAC, detanine tetrahydrocannabinol. That is the only active ingredient. But people are taking it today. That, oh, after all, they use it to preserve draw, they use it to preserve what, to preserve paracetamol, they use it to what, it's a medicine, it's a D, but only one is an active ingredient out of 426 chemicals. And when you smoke Igbo, it will remain in your bloodstream for 45 days. You take Igbo today, the potential, the capacity is to remain in your blood for 45 days. Now you take tomorrow, the accumulation of that flame in your body, and your heart is sending blood to the brain. What happened to neurotransmitter in the brain? I used to tell people when I was in the village, we use to hunt around for pouch. Okay? We will look for what? Bombita container, Milo container, and we put dry leaf inside. We perforate it. We set it. We have to block all the exits. The moment you blow it and the flame gets in, what happens? That pouch will rush to the exit. And when the exit is being blown, direct to the entrance, and you will know that it's coming. The person that is even blowing will tell you it's coming. Increase the tempo. What happens within 3 minutes? It will die there. You will be hearing even the noise. It will dry. Remove it, take it to the home, or take it to the tent. By the time you dissect it, you discover that the blood is pure water, completely brown, because he has inhaled that smoke or snake or flame. The same thing applicable to smoker. But the one you use trap to kill, let's assume around 4 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening, take that, say the same thing home, dissect it, you discover that the blood is completely red. That is Igbo for you. We have 2 types of Igbo. We have female cannabis and we have male cannabis. They only smoke male cannabis because female cannabis is a parasite. Any particles of female cannabis in female cannabis or male cannabis, I am telling you, from that joint or that bar, that person will run mad. Because it's a parasite, female cannabis. It goes through process. But just particle can make someone to run mad. Go to psychiatric hospital. Aidr Ekiti. Go to FMC. Go to Afe Babalola. Go to our office in Akure. You see young sharp there, suffering from what we call psychosis. Another one is unconventional substances. Unconventional substances. This one, it has not been very far. Imagine someone plugging dry leaf or pawpaw leaf. The effect is higher than even heroin. Dry leaf. Imagine, even Gary now is a substance abuse. Gary. It's a substance abuse. Gegemu. We all know Gegemu. Devil's tongues. An angel, they call it, the English name is angel's trumpets. It's Gegemu. A guide was celebrating his birthday in Ido Ekiti local government. Ido local government. She saw Gegemu into dreams and brought it to school. Shared among his friends. I am telling you, see madness in that school that day. Some guys stood like this. He said, "This is my father's house. Don't place it upon my head. I want to carry my father's house." They have to pack all of them to what? To psychiatric hospital, Aidr Ekiti. That is why young children, please be contented with what your parents are giving you at home. If that one will lead to one madness, I am telling you, just because of let me kiss you with what? With ordinary coal, and you don't know that it's been laced with Gegemu. And that can damage, you can do but nothing. Kilo paniye ojukokoro. That is why we have to be what? We have to be careful. What of what? P-toilets. Sock away. Petrol. All those things, they are what? They are dangerous to our central nervous system. What of what? Inhalant. Inhalant drug is a gases and vaporous that people inhale to give them pleasant and exciting feelings. Such as what? Nail polish remover. All those people that use artificial nails. That nail polish remover, the effect is higher than cocaine. When you sniff, if care is not taken, that person can run mad that day. All those things contribute a lot of societal problem. That is why the issue of drug abuse comes in. He said drug abuse is a fundamental public health problem that aggravates economic crisis, that lead youth into courtesan, ritual killing, gangsterism, rape, and other vices with its huge unpleasant consequences. I want to believe, let me tell my friends, children, you can still become something great in the future. If and only if you abstain from substance abuse. You have dream. You have vision. You want to become a medical doctor. You want to become an engineer. If and only if you run away from substance abuse. The grace I have today, you might not have such grace. When I was in secondary school, I moved out with eight friends. They smoke cigarettes, they drink. The only thing I do is what? I drink beer. But I did not smoke cigarette, but they will smoke. All of them today, except Bolaji, that God assisted. The remaining one, they are in my village now. Some are typing Panwai, some are cutting banga. I even met someone, I went to my village, and when I got home, someone came. He said he came to collect money from my mom. I said, what happened? He said he cut banga for my mom in the farm. Young, sharp, when we were in secondary school. Now, I used to tell people when I was in SS1, is then I was chastised by my grandma that you are in SS1, you cannot read Yoruba letter from Ekitize to Lagos. I have to go to neighbor house to write SS1. He said it's a pity. I went inside my room, I went there. I have to tactically enter a room and remove all those letters that were sent from Lagos. Baba mi to pẹ̀lú ayatollah mo fi kọ̀wé yìí sí yín mo wá ń cram wẹ̀ SS1 student. But immediately I gave my life to Jesus. That is why the grace that the Lord gave unto me, you might not have such grace. That is why you have to value the word of the Lord that is being preached here. It's not everybody. He said, I will have mercy. You can imagine, underline it. It is not everybody. But you have the willpower. You have the willpower to be among the chosen. To be among the chosen. The Lord just assisted me. When I gave my life to Jesus, to read and write was difficult. But I thank God for the grace of God over the brethren in the church. One of the brethren is here. I don't know whether Bro Peter will be here. Bro Peter, those brothers, they will say, bro, come and meet me at primary school, I will teach you mathematics. Come and meet me in my house, I will teach you commerce. Come and meet me, I will teach you economics. Sometimes they'll be teaching me, I'll be crying. I've wasted lives. Close to 27 years. No bearing. After selling door, even that same Bro Peter, they were federal poly there. But I look at them and say, when do I get to federal poly? But I didn't know the way and manner. If I write a psalm, I'll be crying. I'll be crying inside the psalm. But when the result comes out, I will pass the psalm. Without even asking anybody A and B. That is power of God. Power of decision. Now, what happens? Bro Peter, there were two Peter. Bro Niyi, all those brothers, they were federal polytechnic. I was carefully admitted into University of Ado Ekiti. They were looking at me. He said, bro, you that was crying there, you are now in the university. Just because of what? Willpower and the power of salvation. He said the grace of the Lord bringeth salvation, and it has appeared unto all men. It is now left for you to grab it. It is happening in the church now. A pastor will be crying in our office. A regional pastor came to our office. The father was crying. A regional pastor. The regional pastor was suspended because of their children. But he got to stay. They called him back. Not up to a month. And the son was arrested. 300 level student. As a result of war, cannabis sativa, Igbo. And the regional pastor was crying. He said, sir, they asked me to come along with at least 500,000 before I can access my son. all the way from Ota. He said, I want to see Pastor Ezekiel. I met the man. Do you know me? Even officer asked me, do you know Ezekiel? I said, I don't know Ezekiel. I want to meet him for the first time. I left the place. Later I came back. I met him. He narrated the story. I met another sister in admin. I said, it has happened now. This is our blood from the church. How do we help? Imagine a regional pastor crying in NDLA office. That is why we have to do the needful. That we take all to predisposing factors. Predisposing factors. 1, peer prayer. Peer prayer. Imagine faith followed our friend to birthday party at 200 level, and that was the end of our story. Peer prayer. Follow me. A lady at SS2 student in Aidr Ekiti dressed up in the morning, carry a bag, carry lunch bag, SS2, went to boyfriend's house as a result of peer prayer. They used cannabis sativa Igbo to cook indomie for her. 3 guys raped her. 3 guys. Peer prayer. Ignorance. I don't know. They asked me to take it that I'll be okay. I don't know what to do. But when the brain is off, I am telling you, ignorance is not an excuse. I was introduced to ordinary Nescafe when I was in the university. That same day, I nearly run mad because it contains caffeine. If you are taking Fearless, you are taking energy drinks, you are taking Predator, you are taking Nescafe, I am telling you, you are endangering your central nervous system because it contains high volume of caffeine that can destroy central nervous system. Another one is a personality trait. Personality trait. This one, my father smoked cigarettes. I met my father smoking cigarette, and my daddy died at the age of 96. What are you now saying? I cannot die. Who told you? Have you forgotten that in the village your father lived based on iron, where they have access to alright plantain, fresh vegetable in the farm? I don't even understand. See, typhoid of you power ni igba yen. Typhoid. Wàá sun òkété. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó là lára ẹ̀ wàá tún máa dà sínú pọ́ọ̀tù. Ìgbà mi kò ní sépo, ẹ̀jẹ̀ òkété la fi ṣe ọbẹ̀ yẹn. Iṣu tá a bá dà sórí iná, ilẹ̀ pupa, ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ bí ilẹ̀ pupa ṣe rí, iṣu yà pọ̀ kọ̀kọ̀kọ̀ nínú pọ́ọ̀tù. Àtúkò sódò, ìyẹn gan wá brown. Àjẹ́ síbẹ̀ typhoid ò pa wá. But now, Indomie, everything, and you are now smoke Igbo, you are taking draw, and I'm a fagbo big go. I am telling you, you will kill yourself. Another one is what? When family disintegration. This one is even worse. Imagine a mother drinking beer. A mother drinking beer. What are you telling your children? And it's stout none. It's stout. When your children grow up, they start taking alcohol because they learn from you. A father that is taking cigarette, you think that is normal. I am telling you, when they grow up, if my mother could take beer, if my father could smoke cigarette, I'm telling you, Igbo, it is not bad. They destroy their future. Science of identify drug user. I'm just rushing because of our time. Science of identify drug users. Number 1 sign. Isolation. Isolation. A child that is even running after you. If you are going out now, your children will tell you that they will follow you. Mommy, I will follow you. Even at the age of 10, I have a daughter. At the age of 10, he said, Daddy, carry me. I say, you, I should carry you. Age of 10. If I come home, say, Daddy, carry me. 10? I say, okay, let me carry you. Suddenly, the child of 10 that is telling you that you carry me, just open your door. She will just enter the room. Isolation. Ask. Do research. What is happening? There is something. Isolation. When you see, you search your children's bar, you see Maggie cube. Someone that cannot cook indomie in the kitchen, but is going about with Maggie, it's a substance abuse. It's into draw, he or she. I used to tell people there is one secondary school in Aidr here recently. A lady of 4 SS1, 14 years, SS1. She was into meds, methamphetamine. She has been taking meds for the past 3 years. From 11 to 14. Now, psychosis are setting. I have to refer them to psychiatric hospital at Aidr. I refer the parent. Take this your daughter to psychiatric hospital before it gets out of hand. Because we don't have facility for rehab in our office. 14 years, SS1. She has been taking drugs under the custody of the parent. The father could not even understand. The mother could not even understand. They thought the lady was what? Suffering from attack from the pit of hell. Around 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., she'll be crying in the midnight. They now call me. I went there. I look at the ice ball. She was even, when I opened the gate, see irrational smiling. I said, this is drug. I told the father, I said, your daughter is into psychotropic substance. He said, ow, kilonjebe. I took the lady out of the premises and I engaged her over 3 hours. I recorded everything. I pushed it to. What happened? She had been taking drugs. He said around 11 a.m. during the break, they have syndicates. They will put that meth inside drinks and they'll be drinking it. When they ask them to end for afternoon lecture, they will just go through the backyard to go and be committing fornication there, immorality, till 2 o'clock for like 3 years now. What happens to the brain? Around 1 a.m. now, she be crying. Around 2 a.m. now, she be crying. Now, they are subject of psychiatric department. And the parents find it difficult to monitor their children. Nowadays, I am telling you, reverse the case. We are after money, we are after popularity, we are after fame. We leave our children. And if we leave your children, I am telling you, that popularity will fall. That fame will fade one day. That is why we have to war. We have to follow our children. Go to their school. Check on them. Search their room. The moment you see Tom in their bag, in their wardrobe, ask question. Tom is a substance abuse. You see alabukun inside their wardrobe. You see Risla. That's what we call Risla. You can see this one. This one is as a result of what? Colorado. When you take Colorado, you see what happened. You are outside this world already. Outside this world already. All those things, when you see your daughter that is hostile, go to Sorokan. Man, forget about that one.